Collective rights, past and present. Collective rights are rights that are pertinent to specific minority groups in Canada: the Francophone, the Anglophones, Métis French Canadian and Cree, and Aboriginals natives. Collective rights are specific pieces of legislature that are contra to the needs of each group of people, and the purpose of collective rights is to affirm the collective identity of groups in society and to create a society where people of different identities belong. Collective rights are part of the dynamic relationship between two parties, Canada's government and Canadian citizens. These mentioned groups have a connection to Canada's constitution, as they had somewhat of a contribution to the establishment of Canada. Therefore, these set of rights are designated to each of them. Collective rights are crucial, essentially due to its embedment of the continual growth of diversity and inclusion between minorities and their shared cultural identities in Canadian society and the protection of them. 1. To declare and affirm the collective identity of groups in Canadian society. 2. Form a diverse, inclusive society, especially between those of various, unique identities. 3. Enforce a sense of belonging within Canada. 4. Oppose and avoid discrimination. 5. Build a stronger and more united nation. 6. Increase future opportunities. 7. Encourage a multicultural society. 8. Allow freedom to express self-identity and collective identity of groups. And lastly, the founding peoples of Canada. Essentially, collective rights is important to Canadians and Canada due to its assistance and impact in the establishment and embedment of diversity, inclusivity, and shared existence between a variety of different identities, traditions, and groups existing within the nation. In addition, Canada wouldn't have been a multicultural, bilingual country if collective rights were not existent due to its strong encouragement of the upholding of qualities such as acceptance and unity. Collective rights, too, has a role in preservation and stability in the dynamic relation between Canadians and Canada's government. Therefore, collective rights has a crucial part in the country we call Canada today. Collective rights have been a part of Canadian legislation in the Constitution, particularly the Charter since 1982. The Constitution has recognized and secured these rights for over 3 decades. Collective rights were specifically given to 3 specific minority groups, including the Aboriginal peoples that are the First Nations, Inuit and Métis, Anglophones and Francophones. These groups were chosen to be given these unique rights due to their massive contribution in the establishment of the country we know of today as Canada. Each group has their own set of rights designated to them. The Aboriginal peoples were given treaty rights that incorporate right to the land and reserves, right to an education, rights to annuities, hunting and fishing rights on occupied lands, right to self-determination and self-government, and even the right to freely practice their own culture, traditions, beliefs, and customs. In the case of the Anglophone and Francophone minorities, they were provided with education's rights, being able to get publicly funded educations, have schools that serve them in their language, etc., and the right to freely speak their language without facing discrimination from any other groups. The forming and establishment of collective rights in Canada have greatly influenced Canadians residing in Canada both in the past and present. Collective rights are crucial to all Canadians due to the recognition of the uniqueness of the various groups existing in Canada. It shows and projects the diversity and variety of culture, tradition, faiths, ethnicities, and nationalities. There are many more too that is had within this nation. They also uphold the most important trait of them all, which is equality between varied peoples. In modern Canada, we know today, we Canadians believe that everyone is equal and should be treated equally regardless of their age, gender, race, culture, tradition, ethnicity, and/or faith. These rights, collective rights, are the foundation and building blocks of Canada. Without them, Canada won't be the unique and diversified country it's known as anymore. Additionally, it is one of the hugest reasons why Canada is what it is today.